Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Well, today I got some pretty cool stuff I want to show you. Now, I have a good friend, Wes Looney, from GroundSwat Game Calls. He is from South Carolina, and he builds duck calls, goose calls, and so forth. And he makes a really great duck call. Now, he also makes decoys, and he is a carver. But his specialty is canvas over wire decoys. Now, these style decoys were used pre-market hunting days and through the market hunting days. They're very basic. It's usually a balsa wood base. It's got wire, and then canvas is wrapped around it. A wooden head is attached, and it is painted in very, very basic colors. Whatever the species is that you're making, it's just the basic colors of that species. Well, I knew he was making them, and I always told him that I wanted one, and he said, okay. And then he started making another really cool item, and that was an old lantern box. Now, lantern boxes were used pre-market hunting and up into market hunting days, and that was the way that they lighted their way through the swamps and the marshes. There were no flashlights and no Q-beams back then. But also they used them, they would mount the lantern box to the front of the boat. They would light the lantern, and they would go out at night, and they would scull up into these large rafts of ducks. Now, this light mesmerized them. They didn't fly off. They may swim off a little bit, but if you sculled and went very slowly, you could go right up into the raft of ducks, and you could get up and shoot them. Now, those were the days when you could do things like that. Of course, we can't do them anymore, but that's the history behind the lantern box. Now, he has made me a lantern box, and he has made me a canvas over wire decoy. Now, I want to tell you straight up, I did purchase these things. This was nothing that was given to me. I purchased all of it. But anyway, I want to show you the decoy. I want to show you the lantern and the lantern box. And a little special at the end, I'm going to show you the duck call that he made. Now we're talking about the canvas over wire decoy. This is it. This is a canvasback drake, if you don't know. And as you can see the ribs here. That's the wire. And of course, this is the canvas that is draped over it. And is very, very basic colors. It's the colors of a canvasback: black, white, and a red head. As you can see, there's no eyes on it, but it does have a black bill. It's very bulky in the head shape. It's not refined. This is the way that they made them way back in the day. Now, these are and can be used as gunning decoys. You can actually put them in the water and use them. But when I called Wes to have him make me one, I asked him I do not want to put this in the water. This is going to be some wall art or shelf art. It's stuff that I collect because I do collect waterfowl memorabilia. And I'm not really too concerned about the base, whether it's balsa wood or white pine or what have you, because I'm not putting it in the water. I don't need the extra hardware to attach decoy line to it. I'm just going to be putting it up and being a showpiece. So that's what he did. So you got the pine bottom, and then of course the wire over canvas over wire. Now the next thing that he made was a lantern box. Now again, I've explained how the lantern box were used. Here is a picture of a true lantern box that was from the market hunting days. And actually an old market hunter had it. My dad actually took the picture of this, but this is what it looks like. And this is the way Wes did his. Now, again, I'm using this as wall art, not to be used intentionally or to be used. So normally you would have a glass front and a plume up here at the top to let the heat and stuff escape so the wood doesn't catch fire. But this was a lantern box. This is what it is. And it's going to have an open front. I'm going to put a lantern inside. I wish I had a vintage lantern, but I don't. But I'll put a lantern on the inside and, again, display this as wall art. I think these are cool. It's pretty heavy. But back in the day, this is how they used to light their way through the marshes and the swamps before flashlights. Now, here's the lantern. Again, this is a newly bought lantern. Um, there's no antiquiness to it at all. It's I forget where where we got this at. But anyway, it is a functional lantern, and I could use it if I wanted to. But again, I'm just going to be putting this in the lantern box and displaying it on the wall. I'm gonna put it on the wall. Now I don't know how well you can see this, but that's what it's going to look like in the box. And it was just like I said, I'm just going to put it on the wall. I just think it'd be a cool piece. And like I said before, Wes made me a couple of years ago a duck call, and here it is. It's a wooden call, and it has twine wrapped around it, and a brass band. Now, this was made a while back. I actually did a video on it. I think this is rosewood, is what it is, and I think I nicknamed it the Smoking Rose. But as you can tell, it's kind of like a Louisiana cut. Again, Wes likes to hunt with more vintage style stuff and not newer like J-frames and things like that. He likes that Louisiana cut style, and that's how he makes his duck calls. Now, when I ordered this stuff, he sent me a picture of one of his newest duck calls, and I absolutely fell in love with just the color, the shape, and the way it looked. And I said, hey, throw that in the box. I want to buy that too. He said, all right, so here it is. It's a really cool sounding. I don't know how well you can see the wood and how polished it is. Not the wood, rather, but the acrylic and how polished it is. Got a kind of a copper type band to it. This call is really kind of cool. It is a double reed. Let's see if we can get, yep, double reed call. And again, it is the toning board and all that stuff has a wedge in it instead of cork. So it is like a Louisiana cut style call. Made famous recently by Phil Robinson and Del Bourlon out of Louisiana. So it's a Louisiana cut. That's the way Wes likes his duck calls, or how he likes to build them. And got it. I'm inside, but let's just give it let's just hit a couple licks, and so you can kind of hear what it sounds like. We're inside. There's going to be a lot of reverb. Very, very easy call to blow. This was the very first time I've blown it. I've looked at it. I took it out of the box. I was looking at it. First time I blew it, and really great sounding call. Easy to blow. This would be a call for a new hunter or a younger hunter, or even some of us older hunters that are kind of losing our breath a little bit. But it is a great call. Hey guys, do me a favor. If you're interested in a lantern box or a canvas over wire decoy or a duck call, I'm going to leave the information down below in the description. Get a hold of Wes Looney at GroundSwat Game Calls and tell him Ole Daddy Duck sent you. And guess what? We'll see y'all next time on Daddy Duck 365.